Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Arnav Jain and I am currently working as an SD2 at Amazon. I'm starting this AWS series to help you all who are new to AWS and looking for a proper start point. If you are someone who are just a beginner and don't know where to get started, this series is perfect for you. I'll be covering everything that you need to confidently begin with AWS journey. As you can see over here, we'll be starting with AWS Foundation, what AWS is, what regions are, what availability zones are, and how AWS infrastructure works. To give you a practical hands-on experience, we'll be also creating a free tier AWS account. It will be completely free for around 2 months, so you can practice explore AWS services without paying anything, right? Next, we'll be moving towards the IAM roles, what IAM roles are, what users are, how users can create and protect AWS resources and accounts from unauthorized access. After that, we'll be covering services like Lambdas, ECS, EC2s. We'll be moving forward with storage and databases services like S3, DynamoDB, RDS, which provided by AWS. We'll be also covering networking, SQS, SNS, streaming services, API gateway, app sync, monitoring, alarms. Basically, everything you need to understand how modern system runs on AWS. So yeah, this is the overall syllabus for this course. We are not limited just to these topics. Once we finish the fundamentals, we'll be exploring advanced services like SageMaker, Amazon Bedrock, especially today's growing AI needs. So yeah, cool. Let's get started. So let me explain what cloud is using a simple example, Google Drive. You must have used Google Drive in your daily life, right? But imagine the time when Google Drive doesn't exist. We use pen drives and hard disks to store our data, and if the hard disk got corrupt or lost, the data was gone forever. But with Google Drive, that's not the case. Whenever you upload a file to the Google Drive, it actually doesn't get stored on your device. It gets stored on the data center owned by Google. You can view the image over here. You can see that whenever this person uploads the file, it is getting stored in the data center that is owned by Google. And the best part is we can access our file from anywhere we want, from any phone or any tablet, doesn't matter. So yeah, this is the basic example of what cloud is. AWS works in a similar way to Google Drive, but on a completely different scale. Google Drive only provides cloud storage to the end user, while AWS operates at massive scale and offer a wide range of cloud services. AWS doesn't just give us storage, it also provides compute power, networking, data security, and hundreds of other services. Basically, whatever you need to build and run application, AWS allows you to do directly access it over the cloud. Let me repeat a core definition. The cloud is nothing but on demand storage and compute power delivered over the internet. Now, what does that over demand means? It simply means that you pay only for what you use, nothing more. For example, if you spin up an EC2 instance, you only pay for the time that instance is running. If it stops, you don't pay for the compute. Similarly, if you store files in S3, you only pay for actual storage that are using. If you are uploading 3 GB of data, you are only get charged for those 3 GB. Similarly for databases and DynamoDBs and RDS as well. Don't worry, we'll be covering EC2 instances, S3 and RDS, DynamoDBs and more other service in the upcoming videos. Let's consider a scenario. Imagine there's a startup called TechStart and they want to launch their website and push new features quickly. Their budget is limited around $50K and they might face unpredictable growth. Today they are having 100 users and tomorrow the users can jump up to millions. They need the ability to develop a feature and deploy it on the same day. But now imagine a world where AWS or any cloud service doesn't exist. In that case, TechStart would have to manage everything by their own. In that case, they have to rent climate control rooms because data centers require strict temperature and humidity, handle complex cables, racks, power backups, cooling systems, and everything by themselves. And also, they have to hire dedicated operational team to just maintain servers and infrastructure. All of this is extremely expensive and time consuming. That is why most of the on premises architecture fails for startups. They came up with huge risks. If your startup doesn't work the way you expected, then whatever money you invested in servers, storage, networking, and cooling becomes a total waste. On premises systems are also extremely slow and inflexible. Whenever you want more storage or more compute power, you have to order new hardwares, wait for weeks for delivery, install everything manually, and configure it. The entire process takes 6 to 10 weeks, which is too slow and for a fast growing businesses. On the top of this, your application may also crash during heavy traffic because your physical servers are limited. And if the traffic is not there, your hardware is being unutilized and it is waste of money. Maintenance is another big headache because you have to take care of your hardwares and whatever issues they are facing regularly, right? This is where AWS completely changed the game. AWS gives you speed, flexibility, and cost efficiency. With just a few clicks, you can launch EC2 instances within seconds. EC2 instances are basically virtual computers or virtual servers, and you can launch as many as you want without buying any hardware. If your traffic increases, you simply add more EC2 servers, and if the traffic decreases, you remove them and save money. This is the best part, you can pay only what you're using. AWS is having global presence as well, which means that if my customers are present in Japan but I am in India, I can deploy my application in the AWS region in Japan and deliver super fast performance to those users. Security is also a major advantage because AWS follows world-class standard, and unless I myself giving permission to someone else, no one can access your data. A simple AWS architecture look like this. Users send requests to your application and those requests are first reached to load balancer. This is the load balancer. Load balancer distributes the traffic to multiple EC2 instances so that no single servers become overloaded. The data generated by your application is stored in RDS or DynamoDB. Everything scales automatically based on the load, and you don't have to worry about hardware limitations. That is the beauty of cloud architecture, where your infrastructure grows with your business. Don't worry, we'll be talking about all these services like load balancer, EC2, DynamoDB, RDS in upcoming videos. To wrap it up, let me repeat one more important point again. Cloud computing allows you to focus on customers, your code, not your cables, hardware infrastructure, and it's totally on demand. So you only pay for what you use, nothing extra. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. This is our first session and it was mostly theoretical, but trust me, in the upcoming videos, we will get a lot of more practical and hands-on experiences. In the next video, we'll be covering what AWS regions are, what availability zones are, and how to create a free tier AWS account. And we'll be diving more on AWS Lambdas and more other services. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and press the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video. Thank you so much.